You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, this is pretty interesting. It seems, by the way, keep in mind as we go through this, we've got a defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons that's now $100,000 lighter. All right, we got an organization that's a cool $250,000 lighter. Why? Because of a prank call to Shedeur Sanders. Also, keep in mind, Eagles cornerback Cooper DeJean, he got one last year during the draft. Well, guess what? Now they're starting to just, they're coming up out of, like all these picks, it seems like, got prank calls. Not literally all, but a hell of a lot of them. And I mean, what are we going to do about that exactly? And we got footage to one of them. Number one, let's start here. How about number 3 overall pick, Abdul Carter? He got a prank call. All right, about that he was getting drafted. The pranks keep coming. Adam Schefter. It turns out Abdul Carter also got a prank call during the second pick in which the caller said he was from the Jaguars and they are going to select him with the number 2 overall pick. Quote, "It's unfortunate that these private numbers are getting to people and making prank calls," said Carter's agent, Drew Rosenhaus. Quote, "Abdul and I knew it was BS and didn't even tell his family about the call. My. We're really seeing the benefit of having an agent involved in all this, all right? There's reasons for that. Number one, if there would have been an agent for Shedeur, those teams would not have held back. They would have told an agent exactly how they felt about the process he was going through, all this stuff. I can tell you right now, if he'd have had an agent, he would not have failed nearly as far as he did. Because the agent would have said, look, you need to go play in the Senior Bowl. You need to take part in those practices. You need to do the combine. You need to be on point with all these interviews like you want a job. These teams are not recruiting you. All right? They're not. This isn't college. They're not trying to sell themselves. You're having to sell yourself. All right? So what did Drew Rosenhaus do there? He ran as block for Abdul Carter. Moments later, Carter got the real call from the Giants, the team that selected him 3rd overall. So that leads us over here. All right, Dove Kleeman. These little side statements he makes now are just ridiculous. Awful. It's a prank call. It's not the end of the world. Is it in bad taste? Okay, maybe. Jesus. Footage of Mason Graham being prank called during the NFL draft have been released. The Bucs fan claimed to be Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. Let's check this out.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mason?
Yes, sir.
Hey, is this Kevin Stefanski with the Cleveland Browns? You want to be a Brown, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring your ass. Dumb fuck. No chance, bro. Go Bucs. You little shitty fucking clown. You're a clown. You're actually a fucking clown.
Okay. So that was the prankster. The actual prankster. Wow. So are we going to find out he's related to somebody? This is a Bucs fan, a Buccaneers fan that did this. So Mason was on the other end of this number. By the way, craziest part about this, the Browns actually took him at number 5. So they got prank called from a Bucs fan claiming to be Kevin Stefanski and the Browns. And then eventually Andrew Berry showed up on the phone and did, in fact, draft him. That's pretty wild. That is actually pretty wild. Indeed, I got to say. So the question is, and supposedly the NFL is going to be trying to do something to combat these numbers. Not every prank call necessarily traces to an NFL team, see? It's unclear whether the NFL will be able to prove any of the other prank calls started with someone from teams disclosing confidential information. Schefter reports the league continues to investigate other prank calls. At least 2 other first-round picks, tight end Tyler Warren, Commanders offensive lineman Josh Connerly Jr. received them. Another player got a call after being drafted. The caller said he had been traded. So now they're prank calling not only draft where you're being drafted, but now they're prank calling you and telling you you just got traded. Which, when's the last time an actual pick got traded during the draft? Got drafted and then got spun somewhere else via a trade. It's been the last one I honestly remember is Eli Manning, the swap for Phillip Rivers. I don't remember any of other actual draft picks being traded while the draft was going on. And not to my knowledge anyway, so I don't know if that was the greatest prank in the world. I don't know that that was believable. Wow, unbelievable. I mean, so that's, let's see, that's Shedeur, Mason Graham, Abdul Carter. So 5 players, and Shedeur doesn't count because he went in the 5th. So 4 of those players went in the first round that got prank called in all this. So the question I'm going to ask you guys, did all this leak from the NFL? Because it's my understanding that Shedeur had a phone that he purchased specifically just to give to NFL personnel. Like, I guess he gave the number to the NFL itself. The NFL then distributed the number out amongst teams. And then, next thing you know, we find out the number, I guess, was gotten by the son of the Atlanta Falcons DC. Does every draft pick, I wonder, buy a new number specifically for the draft? If they don't, otherwise, I mean, their number's going to be floating around all over the place from anybody that's ever known them at all. That's kind of interesting. So, question is, what do we do now? Are they going to, I guess they're going to investigate this now? They're going to find out like 6 teams are involved in this kind of mess? And then poor old Cooper DeJean from last year, he just gets a big old middle finger. All this over a prank call. Was it in poor taste? Yeah. But, I mean, my God, you got Stephen A. Smith handing out ass whippings over this. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.